Good morning, the Chairman, Human Rights Defendant, Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades, and Queen Mrs. Olushola, live from Ikeja Allen Avenue branch, who have a case of children access denial reported by one Mrs. Cecilia Olatubosu against Mr. Sunday Olusegun Bakare. This case was reported on the 18th June 2020. And the following is the update of the case. On the 19th of June 2020, an invitation letter was returned by the dispatch rider that the defendant refused to acknowledge the letter. 30th of June 2020, the complainant visited our office and was advised the next line of action to take by the national president of the organization. The next appointment comes up on Tuesday, 7th July 2020 by 11 a.m. prompt. On the 7th of July, an appointment for her interview, Mrs. Cecilia, was fixed, and on Monday, 13th July 2020 by 10 a.m. prompt. 10th of July 2020, the complainant was present, but the accused, the defendant, did not show up. She was interviewed, and the final reminder letter was sent to the defendant, Mr. Bakare. The letter has been sent. An appointment was fixed on Wednesday, 29 July 2020 by 10 a.m. The defendant lawyer, Barrister Moyuddin Tejumade, called to say that his client's wife just came back from the hospital and that they will not be able to honor our invitation tomorrow. He promised to liaise with the defendant, which is his client, to enable us fix another appointment for him. On the 15th of August 2020, we tried to reach both the lawyer and the defendant, but they keep giving us same story of liaising with themselves and getting back to us. Later in the day, the defendant's lawyer called that his client can be in the office on Thursday, 28th of August by 10 a.m., which is today. We'll have Mr. Sunday Olusegun Bakare, who stand as the defendant, and Mrs. Cecilia Olatubosu, who is also a complainant here. Please join us as we interview the parties and look into how we can have a better and peaceful resolution. Kindly visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng for more useful information. Follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defendant, Access to Justice Advocate Center. And for our YouTube, please subscribe and like our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. And for other inquiry, you can call on 0903-02474 or 0903-02484. And if you have a reason of sending a WhatsApp line, is 090-3024-23. Thank you very much. Okay, Miss Cecilia. Yeah. Good morning. Briefly, to harmonize everything, you just have to summarize and still give a brief of your statement before Mr. Bakare, so that he will be able to know the angles he will respond to your complaint.
Okay. I came here and I complain on
you can speak up, please.
Okay. How my marriage has been having issues to the
You need paper?
No. Extent of sending me out of the house without my children, and unprepared. That came up. So, and ever since then I went back, like soliciting, not for the marriage, but for access to my children, which I've been going, but I sense that whenever I go, there's a threat to my life. You'll be telling me, do you want to die? Maybe there was a time I was told that my children, you usually see my children late in the night walking in the streets. So I went back to complain, please, I don't want these children to be sent on errand in the night. That's why I'm here. And the next thing he will tell me, do you want to die? I've told you, don't step your feet into my house again. If you want to come and see your children, stay outside. See, when I came, the children, they were not outside. I have to call me to call them. That's why I came in. So I sense there's a threat to my life. That's why I stopped going there to visit them. And moreover, when I visit them, he won't allow them to collect anything. The last time I went there, everything I gave to them, they return it with a letter, which I brought the letter here and I present to the chairman. So I was so angry that my children would be writing such kind of letter to me, refusing anything from me. So my younger sister called one of my daughter, my senior daughter, that what happened? Why are you not taking anything from your mom? And she said, our daddy has laid curse on them, that their daddy has laid curse, that whenever they take anything from their mom, they are going to die. So that's why they don't take anything, they don't greet me, because we are not staying far away from each other. Where my shop is to the house they are living is like 5 minutes walk to the place. So if they want to come, they can come and visit to my shop or ask for anything. So what I deduce there is that he doesn't want me to relate with the children in any way. Because I can remember I went there with my aunties to talk to him about this very thing. Okay, if the marriage cannot hold again, okay, let there be relationship of children and mother between the children. And he said he's going to call them back. For over a year now, there's no any results. So that's why I decided to come to the woman rights for intervention. I'm a mother. I need the presence of my children. They may think maybe it took long. I stay away because of my life. I want to be alive for the children. That's why I stay away. But because the misunderstanding is becoming on, and it became threat to life, that's why I stay away for a while. So the reason why I'm here now is to resolve the relationship between me and my children. And again, he married me legally. If he doesn't want to marry me again, he should divorce me legally.
In court?
Yes, ma'am.
Which court?
We were married in the Obomosho court. North.
And he's married to another person now?
That's his first wife. And which I learned that he was married to her too in court.
He was married to somebody first in court?
Yes.
And you now get married to him again? And he wedded you in court again?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So that's why I'm here. I don't want to say much.
Okay. Briefly, Mr. Bakari, let's hear you out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
I've listened to all her complaints, and I'm glad that she herself said that I marry her legally, and if I want to divorce her, I should divorce her in court legally. There was never a time I proposed to her that I want to divorce her. She's a very lovely wife, hardworking, and I respect her so much. But all along, when this problem started, I called to caution her. I told her, when you dabble into this Facebook of something in the social media, and you'll be chatting with different men, you're going to get into problem. Okay? As time goes on, I noticed, because I was able to get hold of a handset, and what I discovered there was very terrible. I couldn't believe it. The woman I so much love with my whole heart. There is a reason why I married to. The first woman I married to had a cesarean operation for the first 2 children she had for me. And when she was told that at Island Maternity that she cannot have natural childbearing because of her pelvic bone is very small. So if she tried to push the baby out, the baby might die. And that also is a threat to her life. So I signed an agreement that they should operate her. I believe it was that fear that they are going to operate her that provoked the blood pressure problem in her. So high blood pressure. So she was operated, the baby was alive, the mother also is alive. We thank God for that. So second time, that time I told the doctor, this BP of 18, the doctor said no, that is pregnancy-induced hypertension, that it will fade away very soon. But 2 years after, when she got pregnant again, the baby surged up, even before the 9 months when she's supposed to put to bed. So we went to hospital. The day we went, that was the day they admitted her. I didn't know anything. We just have an appointment for antenatal or something. So the doctor said, your wife BP is very high. We are not going to allow her to go. So she was admitted that day. And then that baby also, she was operated upon, and the baby came out at I think 8 months. It's not yet 9 months when they operated her. So at that time I have serious problem with this BP of 18 with her. Any little things like this, the BP will go up, and I spent a lot in the hospital. So and most of the time, you know, when I relate with her as husband and wife, the crisis will come up again. So, and it is not something that I take very lightly, you understand, because of when I look at her, the way she move her body, the pain before we get to hospital, complain of headache, terrible one.
That is your first wife?
Yes. And one day like that, she fainted. So that scared me. And I didn't want her to die, because I married her with all the love in my heart. And so I counsel myself that it is better, because I notice each time I goes to her, she had crisis. And I don't spend nothing less than 35,000 upward at an in hospital. You can make your investigation, find the records there, how we have been going there for treatment. So now, I counsel myself. I said, well, I'm a young man. At that age, I think I was around 40, 30 something, 40. So when I met her, actually I had in mind, I said, well, I had money at that time. So I decided that instead of me to be going to have a girlfriend or going to prostitution, is it not better if I marry another person? I discussed this thing with her. Initially, she refused. I mean, my first wife, she refused. And I told her, I can't relate with you. Consider me. I'm a man. So, well, I know I go to church, I hear the word of God, we can subject our flesh. But I find it very difficult. I'm not saying the word of God is not working, but I have to. I like to face reality. I knew that one of these days I'm going to be running after girls, which I don't want. So I decided, I spoke with you, and I explained everything to you, and then I consented. In fact, I knelt down, I begged her, I said, marry me. When I met you, my heart felt for you, and I really love you. So she agreed, and she laid some condition that if I'm going to marry her, knowing fully well that I have another wife, my first wife, that one, I'll make provision for where she will live, raise her children, and every necessary thing that a woman needs in the home. I must equip the home. Not only that, I must take her to her parents, pay her rights, marriage rights. And at that time, the little I have with me, I was able to step by step meet some of the conditions. We rented an apartment, we are living there together, and then the first baby come, I think year 2005, I think so. Yes, 2005. January. So the first baby came, she's a girl, and then because I knew that I cannot leave you to be alone. You understand, ma? So I have to move in to where you are staying at Okeranla Aja. So we are together.
And you left the first wife?
Yes. I explained to her, she understood very well, but she did not accept. You understand? So I continue to plead with that other my first wife that, look, I want you to live for your children. This BP of something, I cannot withstand it, seeing you all the time when you are going through all the pains. And from my medical knowledge...
How many children has she?
2. Only 2 boys. From my medical knowledge, I have seen people...
Boys, 2 boys now?
Yes.
Only?
Yes. Only 2 boys. So I have seen people died with this hypertension of a thing.
Okay, so that is the past. The reason I believe you heard what she said.
Yeah.
Can we just go straight to the...
So I met with all her condition. Okay. After we had the after she had the 4th child, some money came to my... Yes, she had 4 children for me, So some money came to my hand. I said, this is an opportunity for me. God answers my prayer. I have to go and make things right. Because even myself, I read it in the Bible that you cannot take a woman to yourself without asking her from her parent and do necessary things. So I went with her to her place at Ogbomosho. We met with the elders and they accepted. They welcomed me, they accepted. And
you people were married.
We married.
Simple. And you go to court and you get
Initially,
married.
I planned to have just traditional wedding, but she said she wants court wedding as well.
But eventually,
and I have to agree.
Okay.
So we did that. So I just try to explain to you so that you know what bring about second
because
marriage.
each case cannot last more than 1 hour.
Okay.
And
So now,
find your case.
so now, on the issue of I don't want you to see my children. I didn't send her away from home. She's the one that packed her load. She came one night, she packed all her belongings, and then she went away. And the reason why she did that was that I cannot remember exactly the month. Someone called me around 2:30 a.m. and said that I should be coming to her shop to come and see what is happening. But I was asleep. My daughter, my first child, picked it, her own daughter. She picked the call and told the person, Daddy is sleeping, and dropped the phone. So in the morning when I wake up, the same person came to me and said, he asked for me. He said, where is Daddy? Where is Daddy? We are both on the bed sleeping. So I have to wake up and attend to him. It happened that somebody that I knew very well, he used to watch my clothes for me. So he said, Daddy, your wife is cheating on you. In her shop yesterday night, I was
in her presence.
Yes, not in her presence. He called me outside. He said he cheated on you yesterday. He was just passing by. He saw our shop locked, our own shop locked, and there was no padlock outside. So he was wondering who is still inside the shop at this time. So he has to go and peep through. He saw my wife with another man. They were having an affair. You know how this can trouble me. So, well, I just have to cancel myself that I need to take it lightly. Eventually, when I confronted her, she got the boy arrested. They arrested the boy. They took him to police station. the police didn't want to listen to me that night. The DPO say, Oga, this boy is a Curtis. He went there to go and rob her. This and this and that. Please, what is there that don't let this boy spoil your home, things like that. Well, I listened to the counsel of the DPO. I went back home. I wasn't happy because I've warned her several occasions. Close your shop at least 12 o'clock. I know you are selling food. And if you don't sell this food, most of them will get spoiled. No, it's not good for consumption the next day. You understand, ma? But my wife, she did not give attention to me, ma. How can a woman stay in a shop all alone? Even our worker will have closed by 11 or 11:30. She will remain there till 2 o'clock. I'm not lying. Ask her.
How far is the
2 a.m.
How far is the place you are living from where she's selling?
Initially, where we are living before is just a thrown stone. You can just walk from the compound and enter into the shop. But when the people decided, they said they want to sell the place, so we have to move to another place, which is you walk for maybe about 3 minutes. Yes.
From that place.
Yes.
And how you did not go there? You don't visit our shop at night?
I used to go there. In fact, sometimes when I look at the situation, I have to stay with her because we have bad boys in that area. Cultists, bad boys. Some of them will buy food, they will not pay. And she will want to collect her money by force. And we have to intervene and beg those boys, area boys. You don't talk to them with harsh voice. You have to talk to them in a good manner. At the end, they will not pay. But I will tell you, just leave them, let them go. But then I told you, close shop 12 o'clock, let's go home. She said, woman I love so much. I didn't send her away. There was a time, there was an incident again, when I noticed a man troubling her. I have the picture of the man here. I told her frankly, I said, this man is going to ruin your life. I saw the man on a handset in a Facebook making a comment, beautiful Ayomide. I said, when men begin to praise you like this, there is something they are looking for. I told her. And at the end, it was that man that shattered her dream in my life. Because there was a day they were going for a night vigil, and the church, some of the church members who are friends, they were waiting for her in the shop. She collected our car key, the family car key, and then I was thinking that all of them will just take off at a time. She said they should wait and cross to the other side of the road. She want to go and make a U-turn at the other end of the road.
The man?
She herself.
Okay.
So that night I suspected, why is it that you want to go and turn and you will not take all the church members along with you? She said no, she just want to go and turn there. They should cross to the other road and wait for her. Then one of my friends is a police officer, but now the man is late. His name is Mark Ogaba. He worked with Ajiwe police station, Aja. So the man used to come to our shop when he's on night patrol. She is in an anti-robbery squad. So he used to come to our shop to come and eat. And then before he would go back to the station. So that night, the man was there. I said, Mark, you are a family friend. Please, look at it. My wife's supposed to carry a member to go and turn. And then they can go to Ebute Meta, the headquarters of Redeemed Church, where they are going to have choir practice night vigil to prepare for the national convention, because she's a member of the Redeemed Choir, national choir member. So I told that my friend, I climbed his bike, we went. On getting to that roundabout, I saw her, she parked my car at a bank there, Stamping Bank. It's there at the roundabout.
At night? At
night, around after 10. Then I saw her lighted from the car and she was making a call. Not far from that place, a car ignition was started and the man drove in to her side. And then I saw her going to meet the man. I wanted to, the way the thing was doing me. So I wanted to cross the road, but the policeman said, no, I should wait. We should see what they are going to do. I saw them kissing. Then I have to run across the road. I hold her from the bar. I say, Ayomide, Ayomide. That name, Ayomide, means my joy has come. I'm the one who christened her that name. That's not her name. Her name is Cecilia Awero Olatubosu. So I'm the one who christened her that Ayomide. You can see from all this picture. You can see for yourself the love between us. Thank you. This, when she was a member in the Redeemed Church.
You can show it from your front there.
This is our car. She have access to all my car. We have about 3 cars those days. This is our wedding picture. This is the man that owned our home. This is the man. This is the man. These are the picture I saw on Facebook.
Are you the one that break the man head?
Not me.
Okay.
He had an accident.
Okay.
That was the time I have opportunity to get hold of this picture. So that's it. These are some of the pictures she used to post on Facebook. You can read all this one. This word I wrote here is directly from the tab. I have a tab. So whenever I take picture, I can write on it. If you read it, look at those statements there. You see the statement of love there. This is our wedding picture. This is our sister, our elder sister, whom I reported her to. You can see the woman. She was sober and sorrowful. When I complained, she would say my complaint is too much. This is her with her children. See the smile on her face on her wedding day. So that's it.
Before they cry.
No, I'm just showing you all this. So you can see her. You can see she's not a woman that go through suffering in my home. This wedding picture, and this are second born. Why I brought this picture is because she doesn't have time for those children. Now she's saying that the children are saying this, the children are saying this. If I bring those children here, the statement they will make against her, you will pity her. Because she says she's a mother, she doesn't have time for us as a family. She will go to shop in the morning. By the time I get there, I will not see her in the shop. Where have you gone to, Cecilia? She cannot give me cogent reason or excuse why she left her shop. She has a very lucrative job. She will leave the workers there, go from morning, come back in the night. And sometimes she will just decide to pack some of her belongings and run away. She has done that 7 times for me. The last time she went, it was for 7 months. 7 months.
Which year?
That was 2016. I think she came back 2017, around that December time.
And what was the reason? Why did she leave?
I didn't know. We slept together that night. And I said, it's like you are pregnant. And at that time, we have misunderstanding. I don't know. I said, you are pregnant? The way I'm looking at your face and everything. By 4 o'clock a.m., I went to the toilet to ease myself. I couldn't find my wife beside me. She packed some of the belongings. You can see the emotional, things that I went through. The pains I went through. I will call her sister. Your sister had left home again. Most of the time when she lived like that, I used to call her sister. I'll be looking for her. She'll switch off all her phone. So when she came back after 7 months, I asked her, where did you go? She said, I went to the north to go and collect my certificate from school. And not only that, I branched at my friend's place at Abuja. And it was that her friend that called me and pleaded with me and said, when she saw my wife pack load, she said, where are you going? It's like you have misunderstanding with your husband. She later told that one that my husband, he is always accusing me of infidelity, not faithful, this and that. I'm tired of him. I want to leave him. It get to a point. There was a time she went to customary court. She got a divorce letter for me twice. I have to beg her. One day I have to need her. I even give her 50,000 naira just for the sake of the children, because those children were very small that time. But now the eldest one is 15 years. The one that follow her, that's 14 years, and then the other one is 12 years. Now the youngest one, that one will clock 10 years in November 6 this year. So ma, you can see all that I went through. Meanwhile, whenever she leaves home like that, I still bear the burden of paying for the children's school. These are some of the results. I just pick all this in a haste. You see that, ma? These are the divorce paper she brought to me twice like that. So I could not. In fact,
I show this thing. Are you here for a joke or what? This 2000 and what?
2014.
2014. The other side, the second one. Go up. Go up. The same 2014.
Yes.
You apply for divorce twice in a year.
yes, twice. So now, you know, I went through all this and I don't know what to do. And the thing that is so bad concerning her is that if she doesn't want to answer you, she will not answer you. And anytime she opens her mouth to respond, what I will hear from her is not the Cecilia that I knew when I met her for the first time. No respect, no concern for children, no concern for me. In fact, I got so bored, I made up my mind that I will be living together in this house. I will never touch you, I will never have anything to do with you. Ma, I don't want to go further. So, if she wants to come back, she's welcome. For her to tell you that I'm threatening her is a lie. She fabricated all that lie. I told her, you are not staying with me again. You are staying with another man. The people who have money and whatever you desire from them. I don't know the reason why you have to opt for them. But now that you tell me that I'm no more a good husband, you cannot have access into my bedroom. Sit down in the sitting room, play with the children, and then go. I cannot release my children for you because of your lifestyle. Ma, if you look at some of the pictures I show you, if you go to our social media website, you see a lot of things. You can deduce from there that she's living immorally. Yes, I can tell you that.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have anything to say in response? Have you ever served this woman, this man divorce letter?
It was a customary court.
Have you, yes or no?
The letter is from we were not married then. We were not married, legally married.
When you served him?
2010. And we're living peacefully.
2014.
No.
2014.
2014. We were living peacefully until when he changed. Like he said that if he comes to shop, I'm not around. Maybe I went to market or something.
What woman? What do you do in the shop till 2 a.m.? Even if you
I
are working,
I don't work 2 a.m.
Even if you are working in international airports,
I don't stay in the shop till 2 a.m.
What
That's
do
a
you,
lie. I don't want to be interfering when he's talking.
Have you heard that he said he did not chase you out of the house?
He did. He did. I closed from shop. He did the same thing 25th of December 2018, which I told you here. When I closed, he told his brother not to open the door for me.
Has this man caught you with a man where
never.
Both of you were kissing?
It's a lie. I was not kissing any man. I'm not stupid. Kissing a man on an express road. Am I stupid? I was driving. It's a customer that owes me money, and I parked. I was
No,
by his
sit down.
window
Do your demonstration
telling
and
him,
sitting.
please ma, why didn't you come and pay me my money? I was angry talking to him, and he came with rush. Is this what you are doing? Is this? I was like, what happened?
At night, you are drawing busy at night.
I was driving and I saw him. I horn and he parked. I was driving because I didn't. He stopped coming, and the people, my choir members, they were eating. And I said, okay, let me go and turn before people finish eating.
But which redeemed choir you belong to that you open nose and open all this ear from the beginning to the end of your ears? A married woman? Mother?
I was a choir member, please.
Then?
I was a choir member then, because I didn't tell you I was a choir member. He's the one referring to that. He referred to it. That's why I'm talking about it. He said, no, they were eating. And I said, okay, let me go and turn. So that by the time I will turn, because the roundabout is far from my shop. Okay, let me go and turn. So that I will pick you people. I would like kiss a man.
I have other case to attend to. I'm
not kissing any man.
I only open lines.
He did not meet me with any man.
Listen.
Anybody I employ.
Don't raise your voice here. When he was talking, you were not hearing his voice. People were still asking you should speak up. So maintain your voice in a proper way.
You tell me to speak up.
Not when you gave your statement. Was it how you were talking?
Madam.
Yes.
Everybody wants to defend himself. He never told you how he comes to my shop, embarrass me, beat me publicly, harass me publicly. He never said about it.
At what point did that start? What point did he start beating you publicly?
When he started monitoring me around. He monitors me around.
If your husband monitors you around, don't you have a way of disabusing your husband? Because before a man, look at, I'm sitting in my office here. Whether I am online or offline, I must let my husband does not that he's suspecting me, but that you must, as a woman, you must play a role to ensure your house is at peace. Attending to your case here, I am supposed to be even at home taking care of my husband. I have my personal business I'm doing. And there are some days in a week I don't come up to office. I must stay at home. Why? Because if you give out every time that you are supposed to give to your family into business and other things, you will still lose that thing that you need to have in your house. I will call him in the afternoon. Baby, have you eaten? You have not eaten. Please give him this. Please, even while I'm sitting, I will still be controlling my home with phone to ensure peace reign. Because I know it's not every time that he gives me time, to do things to make myself happy because I have passion for what I am doing. That doesn't mean I should not recognize the fact that he needs me and he needs my time. If I know I overdo, some weekends I don't come out again, some days I don't even come, I go offline, no case, nothing. And what kind of business will you be doing? If your husband begin to suspect you, you will leave everything you are doing, disabuse his mind by your character, by your behavior, by your change, and whatever he's complaining about, you must put that thing right first.
I did.
Because if you do that, he cannot come to your office, to your restaurant from morning till 10 p.m. And for what reason will you be in the restaurant for 10 p.m. while you have kids? What time did you have for the kids? How did you associate with your kids? What do you teach them? At what point? What motherhood behavior are you giving? What kind of training are you giving to the kids? In the morning, you go to market to buy things that you need to cook. In the same morning, you have to be there with your staff that you people cook. The same day, you attend to your customers in the day because it's working hours. Then what happened in the night? Must you cook? Must you serve people till late hour? Must you be the one to cook, serve the food that people eat in the day at that place and night? How many estates have you built in the Banana Island? With all the struggling and with all the money. Some of us will look for money. Then at our old age, we'll be struggling to have our heads back. Meanwhile, we need to first of all work for the health. Because you cannot buy health, good health with money, no matter the amount you have. You cannot buy love with money. That is not love. That is material affection. You cannot gain your children relationship with money. You give them what they have, but there is no relationship between a mother and child, between you and them. There will be no relationship between a father and child with money. Yes, I want to buy clothes, you give to them. I want to buy tom-tom, you give to them. I want to buy, what is it called? Chocolates. They want to go for summer, you give to them. How do you relate with your girl child? Did you know when the girl has started menstruating? What did you tell the child? What should be her relationship with her opposite sex? For her age 5, when she started going to school, she started interfacing with other people in nursery school, primary school. What has been your lecture? If you said anything here, I will invite those children. Then they will tell me what has been your relationship with them as their mother. What have you taught your girl child? Now she's 15 or 14 or 13. I don't know. When did you leave the house? Because some of you, my God, I don't know. And I don't know why you are looking for these children. If I ask you now, why do you want to relate with these children? I believe you will not give me any reasonable reason. Because I will say it, some of you will reason it in another way. Even if we want to speak what the law says, can we still first keep the law and talk about the natural thing? The truth we're supposed to be told first. Madam, why are you looking for these children that you have left? And do you know the way you are looking? No girl child of yours should even emulate this your face the way you are looking. Ring on your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 earring on your ears. Yes, it's your lifestyle. That is what you choose as an adult. Nobody need to question you that. But can you tell me the advantage of this ear you put fix on your nose? Or the ears you open from the beginning to the end? It's fashion, my dear sister. But will you be comfortable that your girl will get to age 18, her liberty age, and you see her, she come to visit you as a mother, her ear from the beginning of your ear? I know we all open ears, but I believe one side is only made to be opened. For her, I know where to open ear right from when I was born. No? From my own foundation and from the tradition I come from, I believe women have where God preserved to open ears. And that is where that ear should be open. Then you open from the beginning of your ear to the end. And you have a girl child. Are you going to scold the girl? Why did you open 2 ears? Or are you going to scold your daughter? How did you open your nose? If I'm your daughter and you are, Mommy, why did you open nose? What would be, tell me one reason that is going to be beneficial to me, that is going to be useful to me now and in future, that I'm the reason why you open your nose. I should learn and I should emulate from you as a mother. Or the reason why you open all your ears, I should learn from you. That makes you more beautiful. That makes you more honorable. That makes people respect you. You will tell me one reason why you will encourage your daughter to do that. But if you don't have any importance to what you are doing, that is just a fashion, there is a limit to all things. You are no more a baby. You are an adult that's supposed to be a grandmother. Then you want to behave like a girl that is still growing up on the streets. Then you want to still dress. Forget that you wear, you cover your neck and all this. But what about your face, my darling? Do you know that even if you want custody of a child or of your children, when you appear even before the magistrate or any court, whoever that is presiding over your case, they need to assess your lifestyle, because you cannot give you children that the children will become hoodlums to the society. If you have one in your family, you will still be praying for God to correct that person. Then you will now want to give custody of the child to somebody that you will not feel if this person trained this child, the child become a disgrace to the family and to the society at large. We will not encourage that. Your gear that is 13 years is a little gear. Children these days are very smart, that they can equally talk. You can use that child for your husband. Go and tell daddy not to beat mommy again. Go and tell daddy what you are doing is not good. There are wise women that use their children to settle homes. Mostly when you discover your husband like a particular child, you will hold that child and begins to use that child to keep peace in your home. If your husband is a violent type, you are not coming. You show us a letter that your daughter wrote to you that you should repent and give your life to Christ. That the life you are living is not a life of Christ, and not this and not that and not that. We can't dispute that. Even 9 years child can write that kind of a letter. I am not judging you, madam. Neither am I judging your husband. But I just have to tell you the truth and damn the consequence. You have said it's not pursuing you. People can stay together as sin. We don't have any sexual relationship. I am staying for my children. And this is the house. If you go out, do whatever you want to do out there. As a man, I have right to marry if I want to. I cannot stay and I cannot be sleeping around. If the children are also there, when the children know their mother, if the man so wish to go out and acquaint with another woman by not bringing girls to the house to also train the children in a way where they will be exposed to immorality long time, both of you can discuss your modalities. You have access to your children. He have access to his children. Go out and enjoy yourself. Come back to the house and go on with it. That is if that's what you people agreed. But if that is not what you people agreed, if you are not out to marry again, officially go for divorce. Divorcing properly. Go on with your life. Come for a visit. But if you are coming for that visit, you must be properly dressed. If you must come for the visit, somebody must also listen to what you want to talk to the children. Then when the children know between left and right, know what is good and wrong, they will be visiting you because you cannot influence them anymore. But when they are at the age where their lifestyle, their tomorrow will be influenced by your character, by the character of the man, they cannot give you custody of them. Even in the law court. If you have no proper source of income, you don't need to keep child around you. A children will be visiting you and they know they have a father, and somebody will be having a close talk with you in the shop. It's not so good. You have your own house and the children will come and they know one uncle used to come and the uncle and the mommy used to talk and they laugh, and uncle used to go to mommy's room and the person is not their father. That is wrong exposure. There are so many things attached to custody of children and not having custody of your children. So if you want to go and visit your children, we will talk to the man. He did not drive you. It's his choice. If he so desire to, you had him already.
Yeah, he's just saying that here. Because he drive me. Because he even called me.
Ma.
He drive me. Because he has called me to give me notice. That I'm giving you notice of 1 week to go and get a house. Before he finally locked door on me. He's here.
What time did you get to the house before they locked door on you? What time?
12 when I close my shop.
12 midnight. It's a shame, madam.
I don't just stay in the I come back home
It's
and
a
go back.
shame.
It's not a shame because that's my
It's
business.
a shame. This
It's not a
officer
shame.
cannot give
That's
you
the-
custody of your
That's
children.
the business I'm doing.
Go and
That's
appeal
what I
somewhere.
have to
Please say
sustain
what
my
you
life.
want to say.
Excuse me,
And let
ma'am.
the callers
Excuse me,
call
ma'am.
and before I end this.
There are so many people waiting out there for us to
Okay.
attend
I
to
don't have
them.
that time.
I will give you
Some
some
of you
key
are
points.
disgrace to women.
And I pray you see reason to hold on to these points and make amend while there is
Nonsense.
still time. Now, your husband lay accusation against you that you are not submissive. That is the bedrock of every successful marriage. My president seated here, I can vouch for her, not because she's here. I've been to her house severally. I see how she relates with her husband, even right here. I can vouch. She lay her right most of the time on the platter, on the table of negotiation for peace to reign in her home. At her level. She let go so many a times for peace to reign. And that is biblical standard. You don't know more than God. I don't know more than God. That is on submissiveness. Now, infidelity. You said you never kissed a man on the street. I agree with you. I believe you. The boy that came to his house, to your house, to report you,
It was a lie.
was that true or false?
It was a false.
lie. I agree with you. I agree with you. You are right. Now, the Facebook pictures he printed, is it true or false?
Those are my pictures.
Now, hold on. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3, the Lord himself passes judgment, my dear sister. All of these things cannot be wrong at the same time. That's why I said if you like, you accept and make amends. Excuse me, I'm putting it to you. We are not arguing because of time. I will just point at some things to open your eyes so you can make amends. Now, he also said, you don't have time for your children. That is another pillar.
12 o'clock midnight.
That is another pillar of every successful home. Are you getting me, my dear sister? No
don't
man.
have time for them.
Hello, my dear sister. I was here when you came. Let me tell you. If you want me to dig deep, I was here the day you came to lay complaint. My president asked you a question. Where were you all this while? That you are now coming to fight for access or whatever to your children now. She asked you that question.
And
I
said
I
I
am
was
coming,
thinking
please.
it's going
I
to
am
be-
coming,
you can
please.
solve
I
it
am coming,
and
please.
make it
This is a
without-
pointer to the fact that you never had time for your home. Neither your husband nor your children. And that question she asked you, you didn't answer it to her
I did
satisfaction.
answer it. I
Now,
said
if you did answer
at
it,
that time.
if you did answer it to her satisfaction, this very point of his is a pointer to the fact that you are guilty in that aspect. And I did say 2 things I told you. Submissiveness at this time for your children, for your husband, for your wife is another pillar of every successful home.
I have time for them because I'm not too far from home.
My dear sister,
When they come back from school, they're always with me in the shop.
my dear sister, there is a difference between bonding and the time you have for. I have time for you now. That's why we are talking like this.
Yes,
But if
we do relate.
but
We
if
have time.
if I'm at home, I will bond with my family. I can't bond even if I spend 20 hours with you. I'm not bonding with you. I will bond with my wife. I will bond with my children. They are 2 different things. They come back from school. They come to your shop. Your shop is for business. It's not for bonding, my dear sister. Do you want us to go on and on? Accept it. It will be good for you.
I'm not
Now,
denying
sir,
to accept.
it's okay, sir.
We have to.
On
There's a
your
way
own
to
part,
make provision.
that's okay. That's
when
okay.
he's not having enough,
I'm coming.
we lived on that business.
I'm okay.
He
On
may
your-
say I'm not faithful. I am faithful.
Let me ask you another. I wanted to say.
You want to
that.
beat us in this
You
office?
say.
I'm not beating
Let me
you.
let me
madam.
Your voice
tell you
is trying
another
to
thing.
beat
Let
I'm
me
not
tell you another
beating
thing.
you.
Let me tell you
He
another
said
thing.
I'm not faithful. I'm not
Ma'am,
submissive.
sorry,
There was a
sir.
time
See,
he
what
told
my
me
wife
to stop.
refused
Hold
to
on.
accept,
Hold
she
And I
needs
did.
help.
Hold on.
She needs somebody who will
Now,
sit down
now,
and counsel.
let me tell you another thing based on
This
what
thing
you
has
said
gone
now.
beyond ordinary level.
You made a statement here today, which you made the other day, that you are not here for the marriage. You are here because you need access to your children. That is another confirmation that you actually serve him that letter of divorce.
I didn't say I didn't serve him
That is
later.
another confirmation
It's what
that
I
you
went
never
through.
cared about that marriage.
No, it's what I went through that made me to.
So allow
want
me
the
to talk to
divorce.
him about that.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
there is no smoke without fire.
Exactly.
She did lay some allegation against you. and that is monitoring her.
That's correct.
That is beating her. That is sending her out of the house. You may
No.
come here and tell us you never sent her out. We will
No.
believe you.
If you
But-
give me time, I'll explain
I'm
very
coming,
well.
sir. But let me tell you one thing. If today I come, I look at this little boy here with bad eyes without saying a word. Tomorrow I come, I tell him, leave this place, I want to sit down. Another day I come, I look at him with bad eyes. Automatically, this boy will never come near me again. I've sent a signal already. And if he doesn't come near me a period of 2 weeks, 1 month, his mind is hardened. Even if he needs water and there's nobody here, he would rather stay and wait for another person to ask for water than ask me. So if you were fond of beating her, if you were fond of suspecting and monitoring her, you open the room for her to say, this thing I'm not doing is accusing me, let me do it. And if she starts little, she will grow into doing it full time.
And
Now that she
graduate.
left your home, she now sees she's gotten the degree. After all, I'm a PhD. I'm alone now. He doesn't control, he doesn't. So sometimes we push women into what they do. So I want you to be honest with yourself. We are here to mediate, to remedy the situation. If there are areas that your conscience is telling you that this thing, oh, I actually pushed my wife into this. Now she has graduated. She has gotten PhD. I think I owe her apology. I think I need to make amends. And that's why I told her, I said, he who seek equity must come with clean hands. That those things you mentioned, which I pointed to her, are indications that she is guilty as charged. To me, by human judgment. So now you have said the door is open for her to come back if she's willing. Madam, are you willing to go back to your home? A very simple question, yes or no. Or you want access only to your children?
Yes.
Which one? Speak up. Which one?
I want access to my children.
You see, you still agree with us. Okay. Sir, what would you say concerning what she has said before we go to access to children?
The door is still open for her.
Okay.
Our children need our attention. See, my wife has had this problem. She doesn't want to accept it. You understand? I don't know your religion, but mine is Christianity. And from the word of God, the Bible says two are better than one. When one fall, the other will raise him. She has pride.
In your case, you are 3. Don't forget that.
Yes.
So when one falls,
Yes.
2 will raise him up.
Thank you.
Yeah, right, sir. Go
So
ahead.
she has what we call pride.
Okay.
If she can swallow her pride, go back to Christ. This woman loves God.
Thank you
I
very
want
much.
to tell you that.
Thank you very much.
She
Sir.
loves God, but I've lost her.
Thank you very
knew
much.
I'd lost
Before
her.
I hand over to
And
my
what could contribute to that is maybe my own mistakes.
exactly.
You know,
You're not
when you have something so precious to you, you don't want anything that will destroy it to come near. When I notice things moving around her, I give more time. I do pray. Till now, me and her children were still praying for her. You understand?
It's all right.
So, I don't know what to say, but
Madam
she
Cecilia.
still have the door open to her. Let her go
Do
to
you hear
Christ
what he
in
said?
repentance. You are welcome. Your
Can you
children
give us
need
one
you.
reason why you don't
They
want
need
to go
you.
back?
The last time when the girl started menstruation, this little experience I have, I didn't know she was just talking about tummy. Then I said, what could the reason for this tummy turning? I wanted to go to hospital when I started seeing blood on her back. Then I said, it could be menstruation. So that's why it was in the night. So we could not get the pad or whatever. But my knowledge medically told me that I should get a clean clothes. She should use that one over the night. Then in the morning, I quickly went to buy the thing for her. Look at that. Their needs are. The man that destroyed our home, I have prayed for him. May God have mercy on him. Because he has his own home. Yes, he has come to scatter my own home.
There's
my
no
own
man
house.
that destroyed.
You are
my
lying,
home.
Cecilia.
You are the one that destroyed it.
Yeah, I'm the one.
Yes, because the people I employ, I won't know, unknowingly you are cornering them, telling them to monitor me.
He has
No.
identified that fault of his. So, madam, think twice. Don't be in a hurry to take decision.
Any man who
Think
love his wife
twice.
very well,
Think
who
twice.
have the love of his wife, will do everything
Things can
to
change
save
for the
that.
better.
That's not love. What is love?
Things can change.
But
What is
before you
love?
started setting people to monitor her, you must have, were you seeing sign of infidelity in her? They had to bring the phone for me here. Before you started setting people to monitor her, were you seeing any trace of infidelity in her?
Madam, I'll say yes. And I have reasons. Because of experience.
Human rights defender and access to justice. Okay. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Who is speaking and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Barry.
From where?
Yeah, I'm calling from Abara.
Are you calling in respect of this case? Reduce the volume of what you are
Yes.
watching from. Reduce
I'm
that
calling in
volume.
respect of this case.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, why I want to contribute in this case is that I'm always angry seeing a lot of broken homes in this our generation, especially we Africans. All these broken homes need to stop. My advice goes to the man and also to the woman. The woman, I blame her first. Why? Because if you want to make your home peaceful, you will be the one that will build your home. You will build your man. Know the type of man you want. Because if you know the type of man you want, you will not have access to look for any other man out there. Because they say charity begins at home. I'm an experienced, that's why I'm saying this. If the woman care about her home, care about the children, no matter whatever that comes out, she will pay more attention on the children first and more attention to the husband. Because if you don't pay more attention to your husband, to your children, probably you are losing your home. I'm believing that I say, as good man there that will take you out to be a good man, you are a liar. Now, after everything, she has found out that no good man, she wants to come into the children, this, that, she's making. Because, one, she cannot take care of the children. Another thing I want to say about the man is that the man, seeing the man, another thing, the man, you need to pay attention to your woman. Why you make the first mistake in your first wife without believing that marriage is for better for worse. Now it's got you need to make woman to adapt to make woman to understand that I'm marrying you and I'm putting more attention to you. One, first of all, you never care about the business because you're going to open it for her. If you care, initially at the first stage, you stop something. She's coming back late in the first, second week, 1 month, 2 months. All this thing will not happen. You let her know, woman, you go from work, go to her shop, when it's 10 o'clock, woman, I lock your shop, let's go. You can go to her restaurant, help her to serve. It doesn't mean that the woman is riding in bed. When it is 8 o'clock, the Alabaja is done, let's go and check for the children. Two people go home. You manage your home very well. You are the director, you need to put policy that you need to manage your company, which is your home. But you overlook everything. When everything has gone down, when another man has spoiled the mind of your woman, now you start going one concert, blaming, start crying. So what I'm telling you, that you need to find that there's something that's not repairable.
All right, thank you.
Both of you made mistake, but you need to calm down.
All
because
right.
of the children. If the children is not there, I'm not even call.
All right, thank you.
Both of you. Yeah, thank you.
Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning.
Hello?
Turn down the volume of what you are watching for, please.
Hello?
Yeah, who is speaking and where are you calling for? Please be brief.
Yes, this is Gabriel calling from Malaysia.
Gabriel, go ahead.
Yeah. Please, madam, I just want to advise this woman that is sitting there that these days, the young, this our generation, girls, they think, they don't know that we are human beings. You cannot be doing something. You want to be treated as a queen, and you are not treating the man as a king. If you treat the man as a king, in return, no man is stupid that will just wake up and start beating your wife or start violating your wife. So she should try as much as possible, reduce her way of dressing. I really appreciate the way you spoke to her. Reduce that way of dressing. I think about twice. That place she's going, she will not find happiness there. So that's just my basic advice for her. That place she's going, she will not find happiness there. This man shows that really loves her. She will correct herself and stay with the man.
Thank
and
you,
life goes
sir.
on.
All right. Marai Defendant, access to justice. Good morning.
Good morning, madam. I just want to appreciate you so much. You are a real made from God. You are wonderful and beautiful. You God strength in this job.
Amen.
I am so pleased with your judgment. And God Almighty has given you this wisdom and continue to give you more. I am so pleased. Sorry, I don't want to leave on God. I'm so pissed about what I'm saying.
What's your
I
name?
live in Ireland. I live in London.
Your name?
My name is Grace Bolatin.
Grace from London. Go ahead.
Grace Bolatin from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this woman has shown her real self what she is. If you are a born-again Christian, you worship in a Redeemed Christian church, and you appear like this to preach to someone about Christ, your appearance alone will tell the person who you are. You appear before your children like this. What do you expect those children to do? You are fighting for this one. You are fighting for your children, and you are not even prepared to prepare the way God has made it to be. I'm so disappointed that you are worshiping the Redeemed Christian Church because I am a Redeemer. I don't think that the people will be happy to see one of his members acting this way you are. Go and take up that earring in your nose. Take up all those earrings in your ear. Look at all your head. Look at your fingers. You say you are cooking. You are cooking and all those fingers are like that. You are cooking. You are looking after your business more than your family. What is the Bible say for family? Your family comes before anything. Your husband is your first. This one left his first wife and married you, and you are busy like this. Madam, God bless you for all you have said. Oh, I'm crying as I'm talking to you, but it's so painful. It's so painful that you find a man like this. That is so low. That is so first wife. Or that, please go back to your first wife. Ask God for forgiveness. You have made a mistake of marrying this woman as a second wife. Go back to your first wife and marry your first wife until 2 children. Carry all your children. Go and build your home. Go and to the altar of God and give your life back to Christ. That is all I have to say. God bless you.
Thank you, Ms. Grace. Thank you very much. Umara Defendant, access to justice. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, who is speaking and where are you coming from?
Okay, I'm calling from UAE. I'm Obina by name.
Obina from United Emirates. Go ahead.
Yeah. I had the whole issue, but the truth is that we all err sometimes in life. The woman is at fault. The man also has his family cause in the issue. But for me, my advice for the woman over there is that she should go back to God. That's the basic thing, and that's where she falls from. Once she leaves God, everything gets back from his own side. So let her go back to God and ask for forgiveness, and then build her home back. The kids need her, the husband needs her. So that's my own humble suggestion to her. Thank you.
Thank you, Obina. Umara Defendant, access to justice. Good morning.
Good afternoon, madam. How are you?
I'm good, and you? Who is speaking and where are you coming from?
My name is Sobode from Dubai.
Chokodi from Dubai. Go ahead.
Yes, please, first of all, I want to really appreciate you. You don't know what you have done today. First of all, you have resetted the mind of single ladies who are not yet married, who are still trying to get into the marriage circle. You have guided them. You have given them some talk that will help them to build up their home. Now, let me talk to my sister. Madam, listen, understand that your home, when you break your home, people that will suffer it are the children. You tell it to that family, God bless you with wonderful children. 4. Many people are married for years, they don't have even one baby. But God gives you 4. That means that God loves you. Those children that God bless you with, it is your responsibility to guide, protect, have them. Sit down, talk, dialogue. I've been in this journey for years, so I know what I'm talking about. Nobody is perfect. But remember, madam, any decision you are making right now, because of something outside or anything, it will affect the children. How do you feel your husband is saying now that the first time your daughter, had her first menstruation, that he didn't even know? That is your responsibility. Because you're supposed to be there to guide that little girl. That little girl needs you, madam. I am blessed with 3 children, and I love them to death. I would do anything to protect them. Madam, go back. You are the right place. Our president is the right person to really counsel you, try to make peace between you and your husband. I don't know what is the cause, but all I know is that whatever is holding you outside, we pray that Almighty God will arrest that thing and release you to your home. Amen. Those children will remember anything you do for them right now in future. And these are some of the problems. When you grow old, your children will abandon you. Because they will say when they were growing that you didn't do anything for them. You are not there to help them. Money is not everything. But that love, being there, standing there with them, counsel them when they come back from school. How was school today? Can I see your homework? It makes a lot of difference. Marriage requires a lot of sacrifice from both parties, both man and woman. You may be right at times you say I'm wrong. You may be wrong at times you say I'm right. It's all about understanding.
All right.
So please,
thank
treat
you.
your wife with care. God bless you, man.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Human rights defender and access to justice. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, who is speaking and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from United Kingdom. My name is I. Can I speak now?
Go ahead, be brief. 1 second. From UK.
Please. I'm sorry to contribute, but my contribution might look biased, but not biased. With my experience here in UK, our advice that gentleman there, please, if you can do this, it will help you. Conduct DNA test to those 4 children first. If you want to allow your wife to your house, conduct DNA test for these children. There is no doubt about it. No one has an affair outside. That's period. I don't care what you feel. That's the truth, because I have been in this situation before. I know what I'm talking about. For these children, for you to live a long life, conduct DNA test. Fine, if you want to forgive her, please do that. But definitely conduct DNA test. That's my advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning.
My name is Adeleke Koam.
You are who?
My name is Adeleke Koam.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Call back. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good morning. Reduce the volume of your set if you are calling us. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good afternoon. Hello. Okay. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Oma. It's Chinwendo from Owerri. I'm calling from Owerri.
Chinwe from Owerri. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk to my lady.
1 second, please.
My dear.
1 second.
Yeah, my dear. Hello.
Go ahead.
My dear woman, Bible said in 2 Corinthians 5:17, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things have become new. The only thing I will advise you is kneel down, talk to your husband, beg him. If I think he said that he will accept you, he will accept you, but take care of that young man and your children. That is the only way you can find happiness. There is no way you can find happiness in outside your home. You understand? Oga, same to you. Take care of your wife. That Bible said that he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing and acceptable from the Lord. So if you believe, since you left the first one to this one, gather your home, arrange your home, make your home be suitable for you, so that the way you play your lie in a good mattress. Take care of your family, take care of your wife. You people should stay together. I don't like concerning divorce. Thank you.
Thank you. Human rights defender and access to justice, good morning. Human rights defender and access to justice, good morning. Yeah, who is speaking and where are you calling from?
This is Miss Ndidi. I'm calling from Aba.
Ndidi from Aba. Go ahead, be brief.
Okay, my contribution to the woman is about to take care of the family. You understand?
Okay.
I'm like the same history. What you want to do is not good. I'm a victim of what you want to do to those children. Polygamy is not the best. You understand? So what you will do is go back to your marriage and stay with your husband and take care of their children. Because you are building a hatred to those children. That woman is building a hatred to those children, and they will grow up without the love of the father and the love of the mother. So there is something that is going to deprive those children from. Please, I'm begging her not to do so. Please, I'm a victim of that.
All right.
There's something that happens to my mother. Please.
Thank
Let me
you.
go out from that, please.
Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
Hello.
Afternoon.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. This is Frank.
From where? Frank, from where?
From Benin. I'm calling from Benin.
Are you calling in respect of this case?
Yes, in respect of the show, I was
Go
saying
ahead,
on
go
Facebook
ahead.
about the
Go
couple.
ahead, be brief.
Okay, what I want to say to the lady first is that I want her to first of all apologize to her husband. Though her husband said he's open to accepting her back, so she should, beg the man, whatever things she has outside, she should just forget about everything. Turn to God and face your husband. You understand? And are you there with me? Are you hearing me?
Go ahead, sir.
Then for the man as well, I don't know what the woman must have, because only her knows what she's going through in the marriage. So she should focus. The man should, whatever you must have done to her, anything you've caused her. She said you were beating and all that. Please, of that disease from those things. It is not needed. Though women, they do things that will annoy the men. So, Oga, just be patient with her. Try and understand your wife. Basically, everything is understanding and tolerance. That which that will anger the person, please don't do that. So, Oga, take care of your wife. Go home with your wife and settle. Don't create enmity or anything divorce, because it affects your children in laws. So, madam, as you focus on your husband, people should resolve the issue between yourself. Because to err is human and to forgive is divine. Bring God in the middle of all these things and all this charade will end, please.
Thank you
very much.
Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who is speaking and where are you coming from?
Ma'am, I'm calling from Belinda. My name is Noble.
We can't hear you. Can you call back, please?
Yeah.
Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam. My name is Musa. I'm calling from the UK.
Turn down the volume of your set, please. I've told you people to turn down your volume before you call this office.
Echo.
Human rights defender and access to justice, good afternoon. Hello?
Hello.
Who is speaking and where are you calling from?
My name is Cynthia. I'm calling from Germany. Good morning, ma'am.
Cynthia, go ahead. Morning.
Okay. Sir, please, it's not the man I want to talk to. Good morning, sir. You see what in life they talk. The first wife, she gets sick, and you now leave her. You left her alone with her condition, and you married a new wife. So this is a lesson to all of us. You would have stayed with her, and you married her for better, for worse, and for sickness, and for I don't know how to say it. But you left her and married another one, and now what is it now happening? So, sir, that is your fault. You understand? You would have stayed with your first wife, no matter what, for the sickness and for the health. But if you were in her shoes, maybe she would have stayed with you till she get you fast, unless you grow old. But you left her, you run with a fine lady, and now see what you are passing through. Anyway, for madam, The same thing when this man dey pass you for your body, now you go see pass you later. So maybe see now say maybe the man now, maybe not get money again, don't old, you want to leave am. Tomorrow na same man go still leave you. So the door still open for you. You are better go back to your house because the door will be closed. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Cynthia. Final call. Human rights defender and access to justice. Hello?
Hello.
Who is speaking and where are you calling from?
I'm talking from Germany.
You're who?
From Germany.
Okay, your network is not good. You call back later. Final caller. Human rights defender and access to justice. Good afternoon. Hello? Hello?
Hello, my name is Dada Anthony. I'm calling from Abeokuta.
Dada?
Anthony.
Anthony from Abeokuta. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. You see, I followed your program since the woman came to report.
Okay.
I really love your judgment.
Thank
You
you,
see,
sir.
the point is this. First of all, the man knows this woman very well. The woman knows this man very well before they get married to each other, before they get entangled. But they didn't look into that at all. Now the problem has come. How do they want to resolve it? You have already resolved it for them. If the man wants this woman, let him take the woman back. But if he doesn't want the woman, let him leave the woman. But woman, look at the children first before you make any decision in your mind. I don't like the way I'm saying you. With earrings all over your hair, I'm sorry with all due respect now.
Hold on the line.
What are you portraying to your own daughter? Ambrose, I beg you in the name of Almighty God. I'm a victim of this kind of situation before, and I know what it's resulted to. My children almost turned to another thing, but I have to be patient enough for God to give me guidance. Please, because of the children, save yourself from this. Take the woman back, change her, and I believe she will change. Please, in the name of God.
All right, thank you.
Please, take care of your children, and this will not happen again. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. Hello, good afternoon, Pastor Olajide from Shagamu. Good morning, sir. Return.
Madam, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
I pray God will continue to be with you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
One thing I want that woman to understand is this. What you are doing, and everybody is saying, well done, madam. It is because God is behind you and your husband. And she has to learn from somebody like you. If you burn whatever that is called ego, respect your husband. Even if your husband is not good, you can prayerfully change things. But when you want to prove to a man that you have money, you have everything, you will be going into more problems. And I want to recollect the other time the woman was talking about dowry or no dowry. If that man is really ready to marry this woman again, let her do the proper thing.
They are already married now. They are properly married both traditionally and in court. So it's not to show free work marriage now.
Okay, so please, Oga, I want to beg you in the name of Jesus, hold your wife, support her. And when you want to correct her, please correct her in a nice way. It's your wife. The Bible said the husband is the head of the house. The Lord will help you. Every marriage has its own challenges, but depends on the way you handle it. And please, madam, I'm so surprised that you are from my church, Redeemed Christian Church of God. Please, even your look, I'm not too impressed about it. Please, you soon be a grandmother. Please do the right thing, do the needful, and I pray the Lord will support your marriage. Amen. And it shall continue to be well with every one of you.
Amen.
Devil will be happy seeing you people fighting, but disappoint devil and impress Jesus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, that is the last call for today of this case. First and foremost, I want to appreciate every one of you. Thank you, Uche George, for encouraging people to share in this case and this page. I also own thanks and appreciation to Cisco Comrade Atekwa and Chinenye Rosemary. I bless three of you so much for sharing and also indicating that people should share and to watch. God bless you, and that is what we want. If you don't share, people have been calling from across the world, is because you share and you reach out to them all over the world. God bless you, very good. Thank you. We'll give got a reasonable and very interesting and impressive advice from Ebere Agbara. Ebere from Agbara. You really said a good word to this house. God bless you. Gabriel from Malaysia. Grace from the UK. Obina from United Emirates. Chukudi from Dubai. You also give a good advice. Chukudi, thank you very much. Then Ike from UK. Chinenye from Owerri. Ndidi from Aba. Frank from Benin. Nosa from UK. Cynthia and Anthony from Abeokuta. And our able pastor from Badagry also, which is also a friend of the house. I appreciate you all for your wonderful contribution and advice, and my big thanks to my comrade here, Comrade Savior Bassi, who equally put a reasonable and sensible words to our sister and the husband here. Okay, good. We've all said and we've all given our advice, and just like Comrade Bassi said, he said there's no smoke without fire, which we don't need to reflect back or have a flashback on that. Mr. Bakari, of course, from his statement also know there are areas he also has aired. But the issue now is this. My beloved pretty sister, I must be sincere to you. If I pet you and destroy your joy in the nearest future, I'll be held responsible by God. I will not have any reason to pet you and lie to you, my dear. I cherish you. I see you like my own. I see you like my sister. I see you like any other person I love. And it's the reason why I cannot coin my words. I can't have reservation for what I should tell you. It's painful, but I must tell you the truth. The joy of every happy woman and man on this earth is to have children of your own. Tomorrow, let me tell you, my dear, when this man left his first wife and started staying with you, do you know who was that woman's comfort? Her children. The man was not there for her, but the children were there for her. When she looked flashback on the pains she went through giving birth, the Cecilia, the pain before the operation got healed. She go through hell then. She survived. She passed through water and fire, and God brought her again to have the opportunity of seeing the world again. But who were comforting that woman then was her children. You are such a pretty, angelic looking woman. Every other man would still want to have you as a friend or husband. But your tomorrow is what I'm talking about, is where I am going. That tomorrow that anybody will want to destroy. Any man that love your future, love your old age, your retirement, will never encourage you with money, with any advice, with sex, with petting, with the life of the world, to pull you out of your future beauty and joy, which are your children. Yes, you may come to me and complain how you are being maltreated by a man. I will guide you on how to put an end to that. But I will never guide you to say move out of the house when you have your children. Because you are a shield over the children. There is nobody that will take care of the children, not even your mother, than you that brought them. That thing that your husband is giving to them can never play your role as a mother. I know the role my mother played in my life. I know the role my father played in my life. They are two different opposite people. My father is on the quiet side. My mother is the harsh type. She can wake you 2 a.m. to beat you for what happened yesterday. And my father, I grew up, my father have never touched me for once. But I have always been afraid of my father than my mom. But my mom was harsh than my father. Because he will beat you once in a year, but that once in a year will cover 5 years to come. Because he cannot hear sorry from your mouth, neither any other person to rescue you. And that fear balance the equation. I'm afraid of my father not to beat me because I have witnessed his beating on other people. I'm afraid of my mother not to disgrace me because she can disgrace me anywhere. She don't care. And he balance it. Don't be disgraced. Don't be beaten. And that is how I was able to come up with the training of both parents. Every children need both parents. I don't encourage any man to seize children from their mother. I don't encourage any mother to seize children from their father. Because you can never be man and be woman. God plays everybody and give everybody their task. You have a task to play. He have task to play. He can never play your task. No matter how smart he is. My beauty, please, your children need you. Not by visiting. Not by gifts. Just like I told you before. I told my husband how my mother loves me. Which my sister can testify. Anybody can testify in that house. I was a very hard-working girl. I will be the only one who will make the whole house. If she come back from the market, the whole place will go clean. I will bath even the children, the ones that I don't have the strength to bath. I'll force them, I'll bath them. And if I bath you, you will never come down from that chair. That is where all of you will sit down till my mother come from market. Including my immediate junior. And I was very hardworking, and even I can be harsh again. Even just somebody that followed you direct. You know how it is, that it's not easy to control such person. But as a girl, I was controlling two boys behind me. You must sit here. I can't bath you and you dare step down. My mother will buy Christmas clothes for all of us. Only me will have 3. We'll have the red mate. Then we'll now have another uniform again as family uniform. They will sew it. But my mom will go extra again and bought me extra 3. Only me will have 5 clothes on Christmas. And I know the role my father will play. I know this. Then, are you menstruating? They watch you. It's mother that will look into the eyes of a girl. The same way you have a house help or assistant, house assistant that is a female. You look at the girl. Have you menstruated this month? Any day you menstruate, let me know. You will check whether the girl is truly menstruating or she has started playing funny around the house. Either husband has started touching, or maybe she has started playing around with your husband. If you are not careful as a housewife, you will lose many things. And much more a girl child. You have girl child. They need you as a mother. There are certain things your husband cannot tell. Can't tell the girl, this is how many times you wash your clothes, your bonbon. There is a way you tell your girl child how to wash herself. Your husband don't know that. He will never know it because the mother cannot tell him, this is how a woman wash private parts, or a teenager. When do you know when your daughter started menstruating? How do you guide her not to mess up? How do you guide her not to be messed up with other men at little age? I know it's painful. Domestic violence is the worst thing any woman will ever want to test. I have never said everything you said is lie. No. Because if you don't love this man, you cannot go into his house as pretty as you are to marry him as a second wife. For whatever reason. You are not that cheap not to find husband to marry. You were once in love. You are still in love. Something working, something transpired. And that thing have come to destroy that foundation you lay. You forgot the past. You forgot your children. You are not trading the future of your children for what? My dear, if your parents tell you what they went through in the hand of their husband, you will say, God forbid, I will never take it. But the sacrifice they made them, for your sake, made you to be like this. Made you to be looking this responsible. Made you to have the opportunity of trade, knowing how to trade, and you are selling. You are not relying on somebody to feed you. But nowadays, we said we can't take it. We never say we should be taking it, because there are other ways of setting and resolving issues in the family other than engaging violence. Insults, brutality, disgracing, tearing you apart, inflicting injuries. All that cannot happen again. But we must also exercise patience. I don't like talking about my relationship. My husband knows that in the public. I can't give account of how many times I'll kneel down and say I'm sorry for issues that I am not even responsible of. For matter that I'm supposed to stand on my ground and say, to hell. I will beg him in the morning. I'll beg him in the afternoon. I will beg him in the night. Baby, I'm sorry. Every pet name in my mouth, I'll mention it. I think like a week or 2 weeks after my marriage, I was locked out in the gate. I don't know if it's up to a month. I went to visit my sister, the same parents, to pick what my mother gave to me, sent to me from the village, food stuff, yam and everything. My husband stepped and come back, and I've not come back 7 o'clock. He padlocked the gates from outside. I called my father-in-law, I called this person, I said, please. I started with, my rights, you can't lock me outside. But at a point, I said, no, this right go commot me from marriage. Oh. My mother said, you go there to your sister's house. Is that why you're claiming right? Beg your husband. Marriage is not what you are thinking. We did 2 months. I feel like running out of the marriage. But my mother encouraged me. Even while I'm complaining, crying, he said, yes, that is what it is. That is marriage, it's not friendship. Today, I'm enjoying the advice, even though it was painful. But now when I begin to apply the humble, the humility, the respect, that I felt I was being cheated by genuflecting to give my husband something or genuflecting to greet him in the morning. Why should I be kneeling down to greet you in the morning? I say, what now? But even now that I do it, you don't see them at anything anymore. Because if the pride, I have dropped them. I have buried it. Did I want to show now, okay, before you meet me, I'm traveling all over the world. I'm traveling out of Nigeria. I have my own business I'm doing. For that reason, I should not be submissive. No, I dropped down my international trip that I know I used to do. I dropped my self-employed authority that I know I used to have. I have to behave that housewife if I truly want peace. My husband is a no-nonsense person. You and he can drag it to anywhere. He don't send you. So I am talking to you like a sister. I am talking to you, telling you the truth. You get me, my darling. So please, these children need you. The issue of this relationship, we are going into it, which is not going to be on social media. You get me? Yes. I'm going to have both of you back again. This matter is going to end. We need you and your children together. They need you more than anybody. I know you are crying pain. I know you are having a flashback. But please, drop it. Okay? Drop it for your children. Forgive him for your children. Damn anybody for your children. Any billions that is there, these children are your trillions. If you have the money, just imagine now, you're a millionaire or a trillionaire. Every house, you have everything to yourself. You have all the stewards, every servant, you have them. Driver is there, cook is there, wash, everybody is around you, and nobody is called your child. Will you have the happiness? But when you don't have nobody, this man neglected you, abandoned you, chased you out of the house, your child will be playing with you. One thing, the child will say something, you look at the child, you started laughing. You are my joy. Please, darling, sorry for everything. Sorry for every harsh word. Sorry for the pain, embarrassment, and everything. Please, it's only change that is inevitable. Okay? We are going to meet again off camera. Yourself, himself, your first child. We will meet. Please. Okay? I'm so sorry. You get me? Mr. Bakari, we'll have a date. You see the reason why at times some of you will come with lawyers, we will turn down the appearance of your lawyer. Some lawyers, they don't have the ability to bring peace. If you tell the lawyer what your wife had done, the next you say, just go to court and divorce that idiot. If she called to lawyer and said, this is what my husband did, you know my husband was suspecting me, which is the highest embarrassment any man can give a woman. They will advise her, go to court and divorce that idiot because he may be interested in having an affair with her. When you catch your wife or your husband cheating on you, don't blow the trumpet first. Go in for settlement first. Because when you expose it, that respect that man, that woman can give to you for the fact, that fear that I don't want her to go out of marriage. I don't want him to leave the marriage. Once you blow the trumpet and throw that issue to the public and many people begin to advise you, the person will stand on it. After all, she have known, and after all, he has known. Let me continue with the life. But when you buried it between both of you, you will still discuss the modality and end that relationship there between both of you. It's not everything you blow out. In most cases, not even to your family, because they may not take what you can take. Since you are not ready to go out of the marriage, still try to manage that crisis within yourself, though it's not easy. Please. Thank you very much, all the viewers, our friends and families that have contributed so meaningfully to this case. God bless you, Ray Goods. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice Advocate Center. Follow us on our Facebook page, our Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, kindly visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you for your time, your MBA, and everything. Remain to bless. We shall be meeting with them again with a new date. We'll be communicating back to the house. God bless you and have a very wonderful day.